Hi, I'm David Sheeler, pastor of St. Andrew Church in Tampa, Florida. I've been thinking about church worship on Sunday. We're going to look again at Mark's Gospel, the 6th chapter again. We're going to pick up where we left off. Before we left off, or where we'll start actually, is the story of Jesus asking his disciples to go on a little retreat with him, to take some time off, some time away, so they can rest and regroup. The only problem is they don't get to. The crowds actually follow them. They find out where they are going, and they are already there to meet them, and they surround Jesus, mob him. Mark says that Jesus had great compassion for them, for as Mark says, they were like sheep without a shepherd, and he taught them. It might not seem all that remarkable that he would teach them. He did a lot of teaching over time. What follows, of course, is the story of Jesus miraculously feeding over 5,000 people off of a few loaves and a few fish. Later on, he'll heal people who are sick. Again, none of these things too remarkable. What strikes me about this, that when Jesus meets people who obviously are lost in need, who will be hungry, who are in need of healing, the first thing he does, the most important thing that he does, is to teach them. That can seem kind of surprising that Jesus would take the time to teach them. It's particularly surprising, I think, because a lot of times we assume that this faith thing is kind of self-evident. It's sort of obvious. I remember meeting talking to a woman some time ago who said, I don't go to church, but I'm a good person. As if that's what this faith thing, this following Jesus is all about, just trying to get us to be good people. Don't kill, don't lie, don't cheat. You'll be all right. But I think faith is more complicated than that. It's more complex. It's not as self-evident as we might think. It's more than just trying to be good people. It's complicated. And therefore, we need to take time with it to learn, to study, to talk with other folks about what it means to follow Jesus. I met a man this week, or talking to a man this week, who had a hard experience. He had a good job and was working at that job late one night in his office. While he was there, he ran across two colleagues, a man and a woman, and it became obvious to my friend pretty quickly that the man was sexually harassing his female coworker. Well, my friend reported it to his company, to his HR department, and they took proper action and confirmed with the woman what had happened. And the man, the offender, lost his job. But so did my friend. And so did the woman, actually. In fact, my friend ultimately got sued by the man he had caught with sexual harassment. And in the ensuing time, my friend, lost not only his job, but much of his savings, his sense of livelihood and security. He had to relocate hundreds of miles away and sort of begin his life over. You might look at that sort of story and think, well, unfortunately, that happens all the time. That's just the way life is. It's obvious, isn't it? You don't always get rewarded for doing the right thing. As they say often, no good deed goes unpunished. But Jesus taught something radically different than that. Jesus said at one point in both Matthew and Luke's Gospels, he said, "Blessed are the persecuted. Blessed are you who are reviled and persecuted for my sake. Blessed are you who are persecuted for righteousness' sake." Well, my friend took a long time not feeling particularly blessed. He tried to do the right thing and he felt punished and he struggled with that. It's not always evident, this life of faith, this Christian journey, this business of following Jesus. We have to be taught. We have to take time to learn, to study, to be formed into followers of Jesus. It's not easy. It takes time. And that's what I'm thinking about. See you Sunday.